Welcome to Speak On It with Who You With Kurt Go.
Welcome to the show. Let's get this party started.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hopefully, y'all had a great day
I'm
today.
here. I'm here.
It wouldn't be allegedly because he was charged.
Welcome to Speak. I'm here. Welcome to Speak. I'm here.
Why there must be some good wings.
I'm here. Who You With Kurt Dog.
Yo, what's going on? Welcome to Speak on the Kurt Dog. I'm him, who you with, Kurt Dog. Hopefully, y'all doing great. Yes, we are live tonight. We are live. We are live. Don't pay attention to the message over there. I forgot to do some things. I'm a little bit rusty because I haven't been on in a while. But we are live tonight. You can live chat with us in the chat room. We're gonna have a great show planned for tonight. We're gonna talk a lot of shit tonight. So get prepared for it and we're also gonna bring knowledge like we normally do. So hopefully y'all look ready for this. Yeah, normally we come on Sundays. I'm sorry, no, on Thursday. Trust me, I'm not completely tipsy, but yeah, it's Saturday night, so we're gonna have some fun tonight. In my home, girl, my little sister is waiting in the wings. Miss Risky. What's going on?
Nothing. Just sitting here listening to you fumble through the days of the week. Just trying to see how many you were gonna go through.
You know it been a struggle. You can live chat with us and you can also call in tonight 972-591-3665 972-591-3665. How you been since we've been chilling?
Just working. You know, got a little bit of an increase.
Ching ching.
I actually got enough that I could actually see it on my paycheck.
What?
I know. I was like, okay, we're gonna try
Won't he
to
do
not
it?
spend it all.
No,
Because I have a savings account, but it's for stuff. I save for stuff, not for like future and retirement. Because chances are I probably may not make it to retirement age. You never know. So I just plan for what I want. So now I gotta recoup my losses and start saving again.
exactly. Um, I'm trying to. I'm still okay. I think. See, I'm rusty. I haven't done this in a while, and I've been tied up. I'm glad you got an increase. Okay, there we go. I had a couple of the monitor on, so if I can see the chats and all of that. So please do not pay attention to the alert that went out saying let's talk about Roe versus Wade. No, we are live tonight. I forgot about that. That's my fault. Um, but we are live and ready to talk. What else besides the race? What else going on with you?
Trying to write. Um, think that since this story is going to take me a minute, but I am progressing.
That's good.
I think I'm going to have a ghostwriter revamp my story, my short stories that I did when I was like 12, because I still think it would be a cute little scary story for, tweens or young kids, you know what I mean? So it's written for that, generation of kids or whatever. So I think just so I can have something put out.
Okay. Well, I haven't written in a while. I need to get back to it. My schedule have completely changed. Um, these 6 days a week is, whew, I like it
Yeah.
when I see the bank account, but it's a struggle.
I know. I'm gonna be on a 6 day work week coming up in November. Because I hate processing payrolls in one day. Because we have some holidays that are, was it Veterans Day, that we keep forgetting about.
Yeah.
And it's shortened. We only have one day to process, so I'll be coming in on Sundays for a few hours so I can get the process going. And then, transmitting on Monday.
Well, I'm definitely not complaining about working 6 days because it actually, hey, I'm glad to be working.
Yeah.
So somebody not working, but hey,
Yeah.
I'm excited about it.
It's getting
So
hard out there. Everything's inflated and jobs ain't paying what they should. Um,
exactly.
a lot of homeless people. Seen a lot of homeless people with carts in my area, and you never saw that.
Not
Like
over
for
there.
real. Yeah.
Not
We got that bus route, and I don't even know if that's running over here anymore.
oh, talking about y'all local city bus or was it
Yeah,
dark?
that little bus that they had.
Oh,
It wasn't like a full dark
yeah.
bus. It was like Louisville will take you to like the rails or something.
I
Um,
noticed a lot of small cities are coming up like that, having the low small bus service, which is very, I guess, it's pretty reasonable. It's cheaper than a Uber or Lyft if you're going within the city. And
like I don't even think people used it. So it was like a few people that were on it. Like they would just do trips to Walmart and the bus would just wait on them. Like it was like I was like, oh, that's weird. And then they just take them back to because I don't know what the plan was, the routes. I don't know, but I know we have a rail station not too far from me. So
okay.
121.
Well, I'm gonna start off this because, like I said, I haven't. I know you said you didn't have a rant, but
I
I
mean, I
have.
had a rant, but it's not organized right now.
Well, I have one. I
All
have
right.
one because when I go to and I don't understand why people do this. First of all, you're putting out false information. Um, when I because I monitored the channel on YouTube also. So I go on YouTube. Like I said, I haven't been on since the last time we did a show. Um, but here it is. I see all this one page and they talking about different celebrities have passed away. Now the thing is, I'm looking at them. I'm like, at first, the first one it talked about Jimmy Walker. I'm not gonna click on it because apparently that's how they get their attention. They put up their picture, say they passed away, and people automatically click on it. And you putting out false information because they've had other celebrities that was on there. And I'm like, really? Talking about rest in peace, Jimmy Walker, rest in peace, Bishop Jakes, stuff like that. That
Yeah. See, I only get information on deaths from TMZ. Like if I hear that somebody passed, I'll go immediately go to TMZ page and see if
TMC
it's
or
there.
Wikipedia, either one of them.
Well, I don't go that because my thought is TMZ is 3 letters. I
Well,
don't have to figure out
Wikipedia,
how to spell wiki because I always stick an L in there.
uh,
I was like, Wilkie?
Wikipedia.
Wiki?
Soon as they pass, it's like bam, it's automatic on there. So I have issue with people putting out false information to try to get clicks, and then once someone click on it, it's like, really? That's
I
what
think
you
a
doing?
celebrity actually commented. He was like, apparently I died today. It was so funny
I'm
because
talking
it was
about
like going everywhere. He was like, yeah, I woke up this morning and apparently I died. I'm not sure how that happened.
exactly, which is crazy. I would never do anything like that. That's why we take it very serious. Anything we talk about on the show, we do our research on it. We make sure we put out right information because just imagine, just think about it. You put someone on died and then they mess around and they family member come on there, come on there and say, see this online, and then all of a sudden they upset trying to figure out what's going on. Um, let me see. They have is that I don't know if that I don't can't really it looked like a picture of Tina, but that came up 4 days ago. And a lot of them is um talking about 10 minutes ago. Rest in peace. We're very sad to report about sudden death of Look like Tina Turner picture on there. Really? That's what you do to get likes? And they need to take mess like that down
They'll
because
never do it.
yeah,
Yeah.
because that's all they doing. They
Because they
have
can just pass it off as being entertainment.
yeah, but that's the wrong type of stuff to do. They have Tasha Cobb, Jimmy Walker, uh, um, like I said, Bishop J, Oprah.
Yeah. When in doubt, TMZ. 3 letters. They ain't sponsoring us, but that's where I go.
And the
They
thing
they, they
is,
haven't failed us yet.
each one of the titles start the same. 10 minutes ago, Flash died on the way to the hospital. Flash, goodbye, Bishop. 10 minutes ago, died on the way to the hospital. Um, goodbye, Oprah. And they getting some hella for views. I just can't do it. I wouldn't do anything like that. And I don't see how they could get away with it. Stuff like that need to be banned. I won't click on it for the simple fact I don't want my name associated to bullshit like that. So that's just me. But anyway, that's my
Well,
rant.
going back to that, there's still the conspiracy theorists out there regarding Anne Heche's death, because she dated Ellen DeGeneres. Um, they weren't married; they were just long-term girlfriends. Um, and everybody's seen the video of her. They said she was burnt from head to toe, but she still had her hair when she popped up like a zombie, and she did look you know, singed.
Just a little bit.
She was alert, and people, when they're in shock, da da da. But they're saying how it's funny, like all of a sudden she died, shortly after she got to the hospital. Well, it just came out that Ellen's, I guess, first girlfriend, long term girlfriend, died in a similar fashion. So they're
Ooh,
thinking, oh Lord, what did happen? The Illuminati is in full effect.
they check the brakes. Well,
I know, right?
and
And
and in that situation, you got to also look at it. She had liquor. Allegedly, she was
well,
drinking.
she was on the cocaine.
Oh,
Yes, she was.
she was on that white horse.
Hmm. Yeah,
Don't you want to
she was
ride
always a strange bird. Like
around
even
that?
in her heyday, like she was just weird. You know,
Well, the thing is, anybody can make conspiracy out of anything. Um, I'm not gonna go too far on that because we're gonna talk about that shit later. But
yeah.
conspiracy can go toward anything, and when it come down to conspiracy, it's all to get attention. They do things to get attention to them, but it doesn't mean that it's right. And unfortunately, some people in their mindset they feel that whatever somebody say that's the truth. It's not. It's not. Kind of like back during the presidential election. People were saying all of this. If Biden won, the world was going to end. Now they having to retract themselves, talking about, oh, I thought if he won, the world was going to end. Well, you too damn silly to think for yourself. You allowing other folks to think for you, and
Well,
that's the
my
problem with
favorite
this.
are
Go
the
ahead.
ones that said they were going to Canada if that he became president or whatever. They still here, and also Canada closed their borders to us, so that ain't happening.
Hey, T Callus in the house. Say, hey y'all, miss y'all. We miss you too. We
Hey,
did.
lady.
We did. We miss you. Shout out to Radio Chaos. I'm sure he probably, if you don't make it on tonight, he'll watch the replay. But shout out to Radio Chaos. He actually texted me. He was like, "Hey, what's going on?" I said, man, I'm just busy, busy. But we coming back in September. He said, that's great. That's all I want to know. So shout out to Radio Chaos. And also, I talk, I text all aboard. Lord, my mind went blank. All aboard. I text her, and we actually talked. So hopefully she doing great. Um, T-Cal also, and why it's on my mind, have to give a shout out to my wife for dealing with me for 15 years. Our anniversary was on the first. That was one thing we did. So I think the last time we came on, we had just came off of our birthday trip. So um, thank God she put up with me for 15 years and 115 more to go. So
Not
um,
115.
hey, I'm trying to live a long time. but but definitely shout out to her. I
Yeah,
love
because
you,
y'all went
baby.
on a few trips, didn't y'all?
Uh well, we just came back from another trip. We went on a cruise back in June, which was awesome. But then we also went to Vegas last week, which was awesome. And shout out to I don't know who this woman was, but the low lady that was came up and dropped 5 stats on the crap table. Just 5 stats. I'm like,
For what?
hey.
For her just a gamble?
Oh, she lost it. She
Of
lost it.
course.
But
You
but
made it seem like
but
she dropped it at your doorstep or something. I was
well,
like, no.
hold on now, because it was um it was our last day there. And I was like, you know what, we had lost the money we won. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to the ATM. I think we had 60 left in chips. And because that little old lady that work at that owned, she the worker on the nail shop. She ran the $60 up to over 600. I'm like, oh, okay. But then once she lost, it was my role. I got it up above 800. When I crapped out, I said, baby, let's go. We got our money. Let's roll.
That's
So,
kind of like us because we also went on a family vacation. When was it? August? Because it was before my niece went to school. It was her birthday.
mhm.
Thanks for being a great kid celebration type thing. Introduced her to the penny slots. She
Uh-oh.
won $1,300,
What? Hey,
like
Nisa.
Miss Moneybags. So we were excited about that. My sister, who never wins in slots, got 200 the day before and 800 that last day or something. And then I won at the poker tournament a little, $500 and then 200 on the slots. So, I got
Oh,
like
yeah.
400 back, 3 or 400, in my pockets after I reimbursed myself for the interest fee.
Mm.
So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then my sister gave me COVID. Well, actually, the city of Dallas gave us COVID.
Allegedly. We're going to say
No,
allegedly,
no,
but
they all have it. They all have it.
we're going to say allegedly because we don't
All
want to
right,
put
so
up
I got
the,
it from my sister who works for the city of Dallas.
but we're not going to
We
say
got it
what
from her.
department.
No, I
So,
am.
no,
Come for
don't
me.
put it.
No, I'm just
Don't,
kidding. Well, no,
no.
they're all like, it's all good. But no, I was fine. It just felt like a really bad cold. Like matter of fact, the booster I got, I felt worse with the
Hmm.
booster than I did when I actually had COVID. And then
Did you,
I was fine.
have you taken one booster or two?
Just the one, because that one scarred me for life. I'm not
Yeah.
taking any
I,
more.
I'm, I keep saying I'm gonna go back and get my second booster, but now with the damn monkeypox, it's like they
It's gonna
may
be
they
monkey
may
Rona.
they might give me the wrong booster, thinking I need the monkeypox booster instead of the COVID booster. So
Well, you gotta get the initial one first before you get boosters for monkeypox.
I,
But they do have a vaccine, don't they?
yeah,
In
they do.
limited supply.
And T Cal said, "I'm the penny flocks," and then talking about, look at y'all. Hey, if I knew the lady name that that little old lady that can roll those dice. If I knew her name, I'd shout out. Put it like this: if y'all ever in Vegas and y'all see this little young lady look like she work at the nail shop, uh, wiping everything down, and if she's at the crap table and she got her hand on her face like this, like she ain't paying attention, you need to play with her. I'm telling you, you're gonna win
Wait, she
money.
stole my gameplay?
Hey, no, I'm telling you, this woman, she came up because I'm debating if I want to play crap because I hadn't played crap the whole time I was there. And we did a short trip. But as we walk up, this little lady come up with a little money bag, and all of a sudden she almost knocked my wife down and threw threw some money out on the crap table. Me and my wife looked at each other, all of them big face. We looked at each other like, what the hell? The dealer, the pit boss, they took their time, they counted. As they counted, you know I'm counting too. 5 G's. I'm like, well, goddamn. I said, baby, I'm playing here. Because you're not finna come up and just throw 5 G's on the table and you don't know what you're doing. Everybody that played with her came up. So I'm like, good. T-Cal said that came out wrong. I meant to say on the penny flock. Okay. I figured that's what you was trying to say. But if you see a little lady playing on the crap table and she act like she ain't paying attention, just got her hand on her face. Talking about the only time she paid attention when she got ready to roll the dice. And she kept her hand just like this. She looked down at the dice, turned them how they want them, then she just throw them. Kept her hand like this the whole time. So if you ever see her on the crap table, you need to jump on. You're gonna
Sounds
make
like she
some
was
money.
cheating.
I don't know what she was
Listening to
doing.
some people's listen to them frequencies.
Had the magnetic going on,
Mhm.
changing the dice. I don't know what she
And her
was
teeth
doing.
click click.
But I couldn't understand. Now, if you know anything about crap, before you get your points, you don't play the numbers at the top, the numbers across, or anything like that. This woman, she had a stack of chips on 6 and 8 before she ever got a point. But when she first rolled, bam, 7. So she lost that money. She rolled again, bam, 7. I said, okay. Next thing you know, she get a point, 5. She rolled again, 5. I told my wife, I said, baby, you need to come over here and play with me and play how I play. So we came up. That's how it was. But yeah,
Look at
if
us
you
getting a
see,
little chickadee change.
hey, got our money back we lost and then some. I'm like, hey, but that's all good. But so what else you been up to besides working and you better now? I know you said you got COVID.
Yeah, I had it, and I was more bored than sick. Of course, I sneezed all over my apartment because it felt like just really bad allergies. The first 2 days, I did have it felt like a sinus headache, but it wasn't a sinus headache. It was just like, this don't feel right. But day 3, I was like getting better. So I was like working from home for like a week, I think. And then CVS, I was like, all their tests kept saying I was positive after the fact. And then I went to Walgreens. They're like, "Oh, you're negative." I was like, "Thank you, Walgreens."
Well, you know,
Because
see,
I was getting bored, and my sister, I was driving her crazy. She's like, day 2, she's like, "It's only been 2 days." I was like, "I can't do this anymore." Because
she
I
kept
like the
texting me.
option of working, either in the office or at work, but just to be at home and it's not by choice. I didn't like that.
Yeah, I understand your feeling. Now, I know you kept texting me, and she did a lot of TikTok. So if you're not following her on TikTok,
Oh yeah, I think this last one.
Oh, the one you did, I think it was today or yesterday.
Yesterday.
About the queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw it and I was like, I have to do this. I was like, I'm sorry in advance, but I had to jump on that bandwagon. I
Yeah,
had
I
to.
seen that one today. I said, boy, that's my dog, my little
I was
sister.
like,
She
it took me like I had to go through all those little
mm,
face changing apps. I was like, let me see. Somebody's got some good tears on here.
yeah, you had about 6 coming out each eye.
It looked like, and then it looked like a sickly tears. It was all white.
I was
I was
like,
like, "Ugh." But that was like the best one. The other ones were cartoony, and then the other ones distorted your face. And this is the money
mm.
shot right here. Like
Well,
I'm
so
not distorting my face.
you walk in with your shot out. Whatever they
I'm just
say.
saying. So
Um,
it was just like, oh, but yeah, it's really funny. RSKEE. Go check it out.
on TikTok.
Follow
Oh,
me and give me some likes and share them.
I need to start by doing TikTok again. It's been a while. That's how busy I've been. Matter of fact, last weekend I actually pulled Big Daddy out the garage and um, haven't pulled them out in a while. So
That don't sound right. You may want to rephrase that.
no. Okay, let me explain. Big Daddy is my big grill. Um,
Because you can't
FYI,
just you
it,
just see
it,
I pulled out Big Daddy this had to pull him out. Like, what are
hey, this is
you
not
talking about, sir?
this is not after dark. But my big grill, um, it actually can hold 16 flaps of ribs at one time. So, and I cooked for 2 days. Um, this Saturday, I put 2 briskets on, let them cook all day, and then Sunday, which I'm cutting back on what I've been eating. So I was kind of trying to clean out my freezer because I'm backing away from pork. But if you know me, I always keep flaps of ribs in the freezer. So I've been trying to clean them out. So I invited a couple of folks over last week to help me clean it out. Unfortunately, due to the weather we've been getting, my little sister didn't make it, but it's all
Yeah,
good.
I almost flew away to Oz, and I was like, nope, not gonna happen.
It was
Oh,
3 days like that. I'm like, it seemed
yeah,
like the same
came
time
out of
it just
nowhere.
stormed. I'm like, but anyway, one of my neighbor across the street, he was like, "Hey, Kurt, dog, you making the whole neighborhood hungry." I said, "Yeah, I'm used to hearing that." We both have frozen. I don't know what's going on. Um, I hope you can still hear me.
I can hear you fine.
Okay.
But you like Cartman, your eyes are all like,
Yeah, yeah, you froze too in your mouth. Oh, there you go. Then when it let go, it looked like it jumped like I don't know what's going on, but we back here. We back
oh
moving.
yeah,
So
I got a new system. I got a new computer, 17 inches of screen. Because the other one, initially the screen looked like it went through space time. There was a rip in space time, but my screen was broken. And then also when I had the guy come out to, open it up and see if that was the only problem, well, the battery was swelled up and looked like it was missing a few screws. And I was like, wait, this is a brand new computer. Well, relatively new. It shouldn't be missing any screws and things shouldn't be swollen. So yeah, I just instead of just paying for repairs, I just got a new computer. So that's where my money went.
no, okay,
And
hey,
I bought
there
some
you
new
go.
albums, but I need a storage. I need an album storage. I'm still on the
Mm,
search for a good one because I don't,
okay,
I need something that'll hold. I don't know how many albums I have, but it would not surprise me if it was like close to 100.
mm, yeah, okay. I'm gonna
But I
start
haven't
DJing.
counted. Maybe less, but I need something that can hold at least that.
You're gonna start DJing. Need some turntables. Go with it.
No, I have turntables,
Turntable, 2 turntables and a mixer,
microphone.
microphone too. Um, and
That's the
headphones.
song I know.
You
Two
gotta
turntables and a
you have to
microphone.
you gotta hold your
Where's
headphones up
that?
like this.
Yeah, Kurt Dog don't know anything about Beck though.
About what? Oh, yeah, okay.
That was
Um,
my reference. I was like, 2 turntables and a microphone. That was a
yeah,
great
yeah.
song.
But also, I had an incident happen last night to me. Um, my wife and I, because we've been trying not to eat out as much, but because I've been working quite a bit, we try to eat healthy. So instead of eating out fast food all the time. So last night, um, I actually been doing good because um, it's a new place I go to. I told you about it, but they need a sponsor us for we can talk about them. But anyway, I go there and I could get um, basically 2 meals and a drink for $10. So I go by there for breakfast at least twice a week and get me a lunch at the same time. And that's good because if I go anywhere else, I'm gonna spend more than $10 for lunch. And it's not gonna be healthy. So
Right.
long story short, I normally do that. I say twice a week, but 2 to 3 times a week, which is not bad. So at least one of my meal is very healthy, and the dinner is kind of healthy also. So last night we was trying to decide what we wanted. I text my wife. I said, you know what? I want to go to a place we ain't been in a while. She said, okay, that sounds good. I have taste for it too. So we go there. And I go in, get the food, come back out. And they pretty busy. They have a line wrapped around the building. So as I'm backing up, and of course I can see, they seen when I got in the car. And the only thing I had to do was back straight up and pull out. How about this person in the car decided to start blowing their horn? Now the old me would have went, backed out, pulled up on the side of them, rolled my window down, had a couple of words with. But because of the time that we're in, I've changed a lot. So they blew their horn and I could see I have a camera in my vehicle, so I can see their car. I'm a long way from them. And I'm a professional driver, so I know better. So then all of a sudden they throw their car in reverse real quick and back up. I said, you know what? That probably is a child. It's probably is a child. And it took every energy in my body not to pull up on the side of them and give them some knowledge. I said, you know what? People need to be more patient because the thing is, you're going to blow at the wrong person one time. And that might be the last time you blow your horn because
Especially
people are
with open
crazy.
carry in Texas.
Exactly. Kind of like the guy in Fort Worth earlier this week that was killed. He accidentally rolled into the back of someone. Um, get out. It was 3 young ladies in the car, from what I'm hearing in the stories. Um, 3 young ladies in the car. Instead of calling the police, one of them called their boyfriend, friends, or whatever. And they come up, it's 8 people there. One other person hit the guy in the back of the head, and the guy walked off, and they say that he had something in his hand. Then one of the guys ran to the trunk and pulled out a pistol, shot toward him, ended up killing the guy. And they
And
kind of
see, that's
find
why I
out.
hate that for like traffic accidents, cops don't really respond to those. So even calling them, they'll just be like, just call your insurance. And unless someone's injured, they're not coming out.
Yeah,
unless you're blocking traffic and your car is like immobile or
told
something.
them
Right. They're not coming out. But nowadays, people are
they need to
crazy.
come out.
You need a referee, and cameras because people you don't know, they'll call their entourage and they're the ones in the wrong. You know what I mean? Like, you hit me, so why you have your cousins them? Just give me your insurance and keep it moving.
And see,
But
that's another thing because a lot of people don't have the proper documents. They don't have
mhm,
insurance on their vehicles,
yeah,
and
because
then
it's
someone hit them,
crazy.
they get pissed off, or they
And that's
hit
when I
someone,
start
they get
taking
pissed
pictures
off.
of everybody, video pictures. All right, bye. Hit and run then. I call the
Well,
cops. I call the
luckily,
cops.
luckily it was cameras in the area, and I'm waiting for Fort Worth police to release uh this video because um it was cameras in the area that caught the whole thing, which one person have been arrested for murder. When I
As they
first
should.
heard exactly when I first heard the story, I'm like, well, they said the guy pulled out a gun, and I'm thinking, I'm like, I don't know. But then when I did more research on it, kind of find out the person was called to the scene. He wasn't originally at the scene. Now, for whatever reason, just like you called someone else, you could have called the police. Could have called the police and got it done properly. And they're saying there's probably going to be more charges for the guy that actually hit the guy in the back of the head. Um, he's probably going to get charged for assault. The young lady that called probably will get charged also, um, because she knew she's the one that
Escalated.
escalated the situation. And and the reason why I'm bringing this up because we haven't even talked about this. I wasn't going to talk about this story, but it's sickening when you cut on the news, you hear about a road rage, someone getting shot, um, shooting everywhere. Kind of like the other day, it was two people shot near the memorial in Uvada, um,
Hmm.
where the school shooting took place. It was a shooting there the other day. Then I just got an alert on my phone uh, earlier today about 1:30 or something at Big T Bazaar. A shooting there. One person dead, three others shot. And I'm like, why? Everybody is pissed off, but pissed
And
off for all
trigger
the wrong
happy.
reason.
It's like
Eh,
is like killing somebody like the solution for something so minor. Like, there's no like progression anymore. Like, I step on your toe, boom, they shooting people. You know what I mean? Like, it makes no sense. Back in the day, maybe you get cussed out, maybe you get pushed, maybe you get popped in the lip. But nobody wants to use throw hands anymore. And if they
don't
do,
want to
they
do it.
want to jump somebody. Like, that makes you look big and bad. No, it makes you look weaker than you already are. Just like shooting somebody for no reason. If your life is not in danger, then
To
put the
the hell
gun,
with it.
put it away.
You can work out anything if you just communicate,
Yeah,
no
and
matter
nobody knows
what
how
the
to do that.
situation is. That's kind of like if I'm driving down the road, uh, somebody come past me, cut me off, whatever. I just let them go. I'm like, fuck it.
Well, I'll honk my horn. I'll give it a little toot toot because that
Mm.
happens to me every day
It
at near
happened
the
every
four
day,
seasons.
but also that's kind of like this happened in California while we was on vacation. Um, uh, a a person that was getting on the freeway or whatever cut a person off, and the guy started driving crazy, and they were stopping traffic, ran up on the side of this lady, and pulled the gun out on her. Why? That don't make sense to me. That's why
Right,
we talk about all the time. Just because you're able to get a gun and carry a gun doesn't mean that you should be, because everybody is not don't have enough sense to do the right thing.
Yep. And we
because
need more mental health care. We need to promote that, and that
exactly,
needs to be a part of our annual checkup. Your mental status, your mind
exactly,
affects your body, so that should be a key component. And when you get your physical every year, get checked in. Just check in. How are things? How's your mind? How you feeling? Have you ever
exactly.
had these thoughts every year? That should be mandatory.
Which this is crazy. The way that people think about handling situation instead of trying to talk it out and say, you know what, we
Yeah,
could do
it's just
this, we could
laziness.
do that.
It's laziness. Nobody
I
wants
call
to
it
do the work.
I call it the microwave uh, symptom because everybody want everything quick, but don't want to do it the right way or
Mm,
or earn respect instead of trying to take it. Just because you have a gun does not mean you have respect. Because once you pull that gun, whether if you use it or not, you just open up a whole can of worm that you probably not ready for because your life is going to be destroyed if they call the police. And if you fire that gun, you definitely going to jail.
yeah, and if you kill somebody, and get ready for a new lifestyle. Thought your life was you on easy street, and now you under state laws and regulations.
Exactly. They'll tell
I'm
you
not
when to
giving up my
wake up,
freedom for nothing
tell you when
and
to wake
nobody.
up, tell you when to go to bed. Lights out.
8 o'clock, bye.
So
Like
that
as, they said in the Dave Chappelle show, nighty night, keep your butthole tight.
um but I know we briefly hit on monkeypox, but I have an issue with the way that the news talk about this monkeypox. They make it seem like it's just a gay disease. No, it's not. It's not. Anybody can catch monkeypox. But a lot of these news, when they talk about it, first thing they say, well, it was a gay man or something. They talked about the sex party, the man's
Yeah,
sex
like I don't
party,
understand that part. Like, why do you lead with the gay,
the
a part
gay.
of the LGBTQ plus community? Just say a man, in his 40s or whatever, contracted or monkeypox. That's it.
Exactly.
That's
And
it.
and
In the area, in the DFW area. Like, we don't need to know his sexual orientation. Because,
it
I mean,
doesn't
if
matter.
I got it, I mean, are they going to say a black woman? No, just say one, like a woman contracted, monkeypox. Like,
Well,
let's leave these labels of, well, like, throw them away. Like, we do too much labeling.
that's kind of like and I think I sent you the video the young lady did on TikTok that um she was the first person in Atlanta to get it. And she came out on TikTok and said, "Yes, I'm the person that got it." And the thing is, her job, she worked in the serving community, but she says she touched dirty money all the time. A lot of homeless people come into her job all the time. That's why growing up, um, people used to say, "Hey, don't put money in your mouth because money is the dirtiest thing. You getting all
It
those
is. It's
germs
been in butt
everybody
crack.
have."
It's been everywhere. Like,
Yeah,
it's just nasty.
and
But
I
yeah,
rode. I
recently another a DJ in the gay community. I'm just since we're throwing that out already,
Mhm.
he posted it. But that's he's in that circuit. He does DJing for that circuit. He got it, and he's recovering. I know he had been sick for a while, and it was rough. And he finally came out and said, "Hey, I've been struggling, but I'm better." And da 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 da. So um, yeah,
And
and
at
I was
least one person passed away from it down in Houston. Um, but that person had different health issues also. So do not buy into the stereotype of them saying, "Oh, it's a gay thing." That's kind of like with COVID, they try to put a label on COVID and try to blame the Asian and Chinese community, but no,
China flu.
yeah,
Is that what he called it?
these diseases do not discriminate against nobody. They don't. It don't care what color you are, your sexuality, or anything. The best thing you could do is wash your damn hands. You up here stretching, and whew, I think I told you about an incident that happened a couple of weeks ago at work. Um, and
Probably.
we're not gonna say what I do, but yeah, somebody came in. I'm helping them, no mask on, coughing and stretching, and I just backed up like this.
Yeah. It's like
I'm
it's
like,
time to go. I'm going on break.
I'm like, this ain't finna work. And then they looking at me like, why you back up? Well, shit, I don't want this shit you got.
Like any of it. So I just stay in the
Yeah,
house.
exactly. And
Go out for I just go out for feedings on occasion.
one time somebody was there and didn't have a mask on and they started coughing. And before I knew it, I said, that sounded like it hurt. Everybody just started laughing. I wasn't trying to be funny, but
He's
the
like,
way it
you need to
sounded,
go home, sir.
it sounded like it hurt. I'm like, shit. And you up in here with no mask on?
Mhm.
Get your ass up out of here.
Like for real.
um, but
Like we
yeah,
were at work and heard somebody else like, I think he coughed up a lung. Let's close this door. I think
exactly.
it's airborne. Because in my office, like we're pretty much in a little bread box. So like we could shut out the world if we want to, and you can't come in unless you have access, and not a lot of people have access.
Mm,
So there'll be times it's like, you know what? It sounds like COVID out there. Let's close these doors.
exactly. And so for me, I'm very picky about who I go around, and you have to be. Um, because even people that have the vaccine, they still get it, still get COVID, and but I'm very
There's
picky.
varying degrees of it. I mean, like I said, I was lucky, but I also think I had it before we even knew what COVID was. So
Yeah,
I already had the antibodies, and so I think that's why it made it better. But even then, it just was like a really bad sinus infection because
I
we were
think
all passing it around. It was around Thanksgiving, and and even my doctor was like, "Well, it's not an infection, and I don't know what this is, but keep doing what you're doing because you're getting over whatever it is."
and that's what happened with my wife back before they put a label on it.
Mm-hmm.
She had a upper respiratory infection or something. Couldn't figure out what it was, and they just gave her antibiotic. But then shortly after that, it was
I
like
was in that
COVID.
spring. Oh, COVID.
And then they started saying some of us probably had it before we knew exactly what it was. But see, I think a lot of reason why this has spread so much because that food that was in office last time, he just refused to acknowledge that it's real. And because
Mhm.
of the other foods that followed him and then can't think for themselves and they think, oh, it's just a cold or it's not that bad. Look, go talk to some of the families that have lost their loved ones from it. Talk to them, see what they think about it.
Or listen to medical professionals.
Exactly. So uh, my whole thing is we still need to protect ourselves because COVID is still alive and well. Even and here's another key: when Greg Abbott got COVID, him and Dan Patrick, guess what? That's when you found out they already had the vaccine, but they
Mhm.
talked negative about it. Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
But because they were
Always
following
the
that
ones that
clown.
can talk about it, and then all of a sudden they're first in line.
Exactly. And said when Greg got it the first time, they was like, oh, he's very nervous. He went ahead and got the antibodies and all of this. And I'm like, but he wasn't too concerned about it. Dan Patrick, he said when it first happened, he said, um elderlies would love to die to open back up the economy. Hmm. I'm saying that because we still need to vote their ass out come November. They're up for re-election. Hopefully, y'all are registered to vote and get prepared to vote them out. Regardless if it's COVID, monkeypox, or whatever, you need to let your voice be heard and vote them out. So, but I know we talked about we was gonna. I know a lot of stuff we hadn't brought up tonight wasn't on the table. That's one thing I
And I
like
thought that
about
was the
us.
asterisk you added with what you posted, the
Oh,
other stuff.
oh,
I mean, because the plan thing, it won't take long, but I think it's
yeah.
interesting.
It's so much shit we could talk about that going
Like,
on
I still
since
want to
we.
talk about the queen, though.
Oh, we're gonna talk about her.
Yeah, I
We
still want to
and
do
we're
that.
gonna talk about her because it's
Like the response
I,
is
you
amazing.
you sent me that cartoon. What was it? 5 or 10 minutes after they announced it. I said, "Well, damn."
Listen, the internet is still undefeated. Like, they have no
Exactly.
chill at all.
Exactly.
The woman wasn't even. She was still marinating. like she was still in the
Well, say
bed,
she was still
and they
warm.
were still,
It-
they
it-
just came out with all the things. I was like, oh Lord,
let
all
me
her dirt started flying.
let me do this real quick because I haven't said it since we started. You are listening to Speak on the Kirk Dog, Miss Risky and the High. Because of my schedule, we having to change the date that we actually come on. So we looking at Saturday night. So definitely pass the word. We still working out some kinks because I'm working 6 days, and I was glad I got off early today. But I'm working 6 days a week, and it's a struggle. Um, and then I'm doing other things, so I'm basically working 7 days a week. Um, excuse me, with my side hustle. So bear with us. We doing everything we doing. We want to continue to bring information to y'all. You can live chat with us in the chat room. You can also call in 972-591 uh 3665. No, I was making sure I wasn't giving out my
Yeah.
phone number like I did
What is
before.
the number?
I'm like, wait a minute. I don't want to give out the wrong number because people be calling, talking about, is this Kurt down? Yeah, it is. Like when I've given out the number in the past, somebody will text me talking about, hey, this Kurt down? Yeah. Oh, I was just trying to see if the number was real. Yes, it is. We are live. So um but if it's your first time tuning in, don't let it be your last time. We keep it real on the show. You might hear some surprising thing. We may cuss a little bit. Well, I will.
Cussing. You potty
We
mouth.
might cuss a little bit. I got a lot of shit on my chest. I'm just trying to get it all off because
It's been a minute.
yeah, it's been a long time. Um, but we're gonna talk about Queen Elizabeth. Let me say this from the beginning. This is whatever you hear is our personal opinion. So don't judge us. Uh, it's the way we feel about it. But also do your research. Do your research because we don't bring bullshit to the show. We talk about real stuff, and you can do your research and find it. Rest in peace, Queen Elizabeth. But you've been having some stank on you for a while.
Yeah, for many decades.
So we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about it.
So apparently, her death. A lot of people
Stay,
are.
hold on, Miss Risky, because apparently she's trying to keep us from bringing it out because I'm hearing a lot of static. I'm not hearing you clearly,
Oh,
and I think she's trying to mess with us because it's you free. we both keep freezing up at this time. And I'm like, well, damn, I have all my bars. What's going on, Queen? You trying to keep your shit in the in the field? I mean, come on, let us get this out.
You can't freeze us until y'all release our assets, our reparations. Was it Lords of London? Is that what it was?
Nope.
Lloyd's of London. I think it's Lloyd's. But all right,
Yeah,
let's
Lord,
try this again.
London or something like that.
Yeah, it's Lloyd of London, the insurance company that pretty much were founded and funded on the backs of slaves. But like I was saying, much of the world has reacted in sadness to the passing of Queen Elizabeth II. However, there are
hold on. Because I'm telling you, since we brought this up, it's kind of like I'm getting every other word from you.
Oh Lord.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, what the hell going on? Queen, leave us alone.
I know, leave us be. So countries such as India, Ireland, Australia, and a few African countries are quick to point out the monarchy's role in the subjugation of their countries. So going back to slavery, pretty much like I said, the British Empire, they had their hands in a lot of. I think Elizabeth's here because I just fell over.
I'm telling you, since we brought this up, it's like everything is coming out stretching.
So basically, everybody's coming out talking about all her bad deeds, from stealing the most expensive African diamonds. Like, she has 3 of them. Well, yeah, I think the royals have like I think they said, hold on, let me see how many carats it was. So in 1905, somebody found a 530.
Miss Risky, hold on, because I don't know if y'all can hear this, or maybe it's just on my end. But you know how back in the days we used to play the cassette tape and it sounded like it kind of dragged a little bit, then start back. Since we started talking about this story, that's how it's been going.
They're trying to censor us,
I guess. Look, other words, some of these other countries said, y'all need to pay them their money back.
Yeah,
y'all
and return those diamonds back to Africa. Like I said, she's got 3 of them, one on a crown, a brooch, and then her scepter. It was pretty much 530 carat gem that was mined out of Africa. Estimated worth.
How many carats?
5. Well, all together, because they were broken up into pieces. 530 carats. I don't even know what that is, but they said that it's estimated worth is $400 million. And she has, and that's just, I think, what she owns. The original. Okay, so she has. I thought that was the. Okay, so let me correct myself. So she owns 530 carats, which is worth $400 million, and that was a part of a larger stone that was found. 3,106 carat diamond that was mined in South Africa.
Blood diamond.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And yeah, so there's some controversy over how they obtained the diamond. And like I said, Africa is like, run us back our stuff. And even like Ireland, like they even did so much as to add a what was it? It was a UEFA Europa Conference League soccer game, and everyone started chanting Lizzie in the box, in a box, to the sound, in the tune of Casey and the Sunshine Band's Baby Give It Up. So it was like Lizzie in a box, and it just kept going on, which to me was equivalent to like Ding Dong, the Witch is Dead. They claim that Queen Elizabeth benefited from a systematic exploitation of not only African countries, but like I said, Ireland, India, Australia. Dirt's coming out about what she did to the indigenous people. They're still trying to figure out what she did personally to the 10 Aboriginal people that she took from some facility. They allegedly were not seen again. So, well, we don't know if she had a hand in that, or if they, were giving a better. We have no idea what happened to these people at all. So,
Well, I think we're gonna give her the win on this because she broke you up. I'm like, I'm trying to listen, and I started to take the tape out. You know how we used to back in the old days. She had a cassette tape, and it started skipping. You kind of wind it to get it past that part, because that's what it sounded like here. While you was talking, since we started talking about the dirt, some of the dirt that allegedly have gone on. That's what it been sounding like. Now, I did read a story this morning. Apparently, the two brothers haven't been seeing eye to eye, and the king is telling them to, before they do the walk, they need to squash all that. And apparently, what's her name, Megan? Whatever. She allegations that she was a bully to her staff. It may not have been that she was a bully. It might been the fact that they had to listen to a black woman. They had to serve a black woman. So of course they decided to say she bullying us.
yeah, and
Might
that's the
been the
thing.
fact.
That's what I want to talk about one day in a rant. I need to write that down because as a black woman, it just irks me to my core that I can give you instructions like, hey, why don't you take the tape out the machine, and blow on it and put it back in? Why are you being so aggressive? Why are you yelling? Like everything I say, or if I'm instructing someone who is of a lighter skin or different race, is taken as aggressive or just offensive, or and what is that about?
Well,
Like,
because
seriously, what's that about?
a lot of them is fear when they see a minority in charge.
Yeah, empower.
Kind of like I guess it was at some restaurant. This video been going on I guess a couple of weeks now. A manager at a fast food restaurant, a Karen came in there and at the food. So the woman told the woman she needed to leave. Well, the woman decided to hit the manager. And the woman, at that point, that manager had every right to whoop that ass because she violated her by hitting her. And that restaurant ended up firing that manager. Well, you not finna come to my place of business, my home, and try to whoop my ass
Exactly.
because you finna get an ass whooping. So
And I hope
that
she sues for wrongful
that
termination
basically
too, because it's
they
like,
fired
listen,
her.
you come up to me, you can hands. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care if there's a zero
Exactly.
tolerance on violence, but I do have the right to defend myself. And secondly, why did you have this kooky bird
And
up in here? Because I'm sure that's not her first incident. But we aren't afforded that luxury to rant and rave and complain. because we're already, oh, angry black. Oh, why is she always complaining about, we can't. I just said the food was a little cold. It like calm tones, but it's always taken as it's up here. Any little thing we do, but at the same time, they want to copy everything we do, from our hair, our styles, and our dress, the complexion, lip fillers, butts. We can't have nothing like you. They always covet what we have, but don't appreciate us for being originators of it. So,
Exactly.
y'all can go on somewhere and kick rocks with all that.
Kind of like who is it? Fat Joe. I heard this this morning on the Steve Harvey show repeat that I guess Fat Joe is saying that Latinos started the rap uh thing. Now, if you want to go back in history and talk about that, actually it's a video going around of an old gospel group that was singing as if they was as if they was rapping. So if you want to talk about who started rap, come on.
Yeah, because I heard that too. Because it was the style of rap, or I forgot what it's called. It starts with a C. It's like canta something, because I don't speak Spanish, but it was something. It's fascinating because there was this Latino singer, very popular from the streets, came up from the ground up, and the cadence of his songs, it wasn't like the traditional songs on, the traditional, I guess, Mexican anthem type songs, or whatever, rally cries or whatever. It was like a staccato. And he was known for that. I don't remember what year it was, but they literally killed him after his concert. They gave him a note on stage and was like, "Yeah, we're killing you today." And it's on YouTube. I will find that guy's name because I've forgotten it, but I will have Kurt Dog put it on his show, and you can see the look on his face when he gets the note, and you can look at the style of song. But yeah, he was like the originator of the street slang, whatever. So yeah, but it's like, I feel that, like I said, well, I feel that music is universal, and everybody borrows from that style. And a lot of influences are from the African, tribes. I mean, they even have like um, a style of twerking in a lot of traditional African dances. Everything goes back to Africa. And of course, when we migrated, well, not migrated, when we were stolen and dropped off at different ports, which include Latin America, we influenced that area. So a lot of, and of course, they don't claim, being black, but they still have those African roots, so that influences. So yeah, in their mind, yeah, we are the originators of this style, but it came from Africa. At the end of the day, it came from Africa. And actually, I'm going to look up that singer. Um,
While you do that, it
uh,
seemed like the thing is, and this is what they was talking about on the radio this morning. They were saying, look, um, whatever we do, people always follow our lead because we invent a lot of things that makes money. Rap.
mm-hmm.
Now you got uh, uh, white kids want to rap, listen to our music, but can't stand to be around us. You have
And
other
nor can
race
they
do the
take the
same thing.
charges that come with it.
Exactly. So, so the thing is, we invent a lot of things that people take credit for, not just inventions. Like whatever we do, someone else come around and do the same thing and take credit for it. We don't get the credit that we deserve. And for Fat Joe,
That's
you've
always
been a,
ghetto and hood. Oh, they're so ghetto, but then when they do it, it's
exactly.
art.
And for Fat Joe, you've been in the business long enough. You know, if that was the key, you probably would have made it if you wasn't around the black community. Because most of your followers are what? Yes, you have Latinos, but you have a lot of black friends that make you diverse. You pull crowds from both sides. But if you wasn't hanging around black folks, you probably wouldn't be as popular as you are. I'ma just say it.
Yeah. But I got the
So,
singer. It came up real quick.
okay.
So his name was Chalino Sanchez. He was known for his narcorridos, which is like a drug ballad. He was known as the king of corrido. And like I said, there is a video of him on YouTube, and it literally just type in the man who received a death note on stage. It'll pull up, and then you can hear the stop. And he performed like like they described it as like it was his last show on earth, and it really was. Like he gave the performance of a lifetime, and as soon as he walked out the back, they shot him.
So hold
He was
on.
from them
Hold on.
streets.
Yeah, I see this, and then now we're not talking about in the
No,
not
this is the 80s.
now. This was in '92 when he was
Well, when he
killed.
came out, yeah, he
Okay,
came out in the 80s.
2 gunshot to the back of the head, and it said in '92 Coachella incident. Now, yeah, I'm looking at it. I have it pulled up,
Showing
and
our
then
people.
on. Oh yeah, gotta show the people. Now let me see because look like okay, maybe they had the wrong thing. I thought his wife was killed at the same time, but no, she's I guess she's still living. But either way, this happened in 92. 92. And he was in Mexico.
And he sang about true murder stories, drug cartels. So he was like
Mexican Revolution,
instead of
cartel,
gangster
drug
rapper,
smuggler,
he was the
murder,
gangsta,
serial killer,
yeah. So he had
Mexican
a
standoff,
storytelling ballad, is what they describe it as. But yeah.
gambling, and murder suicide.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. But um I'm scanning across it while we talked about it. And he
Yeah, I
actually
was watching.
came to
My
the
mother was sending me a text. She couldn't watch this show on Facebook, and she can't comment on YouTube
she
because
have
she
to
doesn't
go.
have an account thing.
Oh,
And
tell her
dumbass
to
could have
go.
not set it up.
No, tell her to go to my personal page on Facebook. Who you with Kurt Dog? Because for some reason the show page I have to do. It had been a while. I have to do something because it said I couldn't broadcast on there, so I need to find out what's going on. And I didn't have enough time to try to do it. But if she go to my personal page, it probably allow her to do it. I'll tell her go to your page.
She did. I think. Well, see, I sent the link from YouTube because you did it. For some reason, your post wasn't up yet. So,
Because I seen it
I
on my
can't
personal
share it.
page.
So yeah, I'm seeing it now, but it wasn't up when I needed it to be up.
Oh,
I send it
okay.
out before we start the
Oh,
show.
okay. And then also, he worked as a coyote.
Listen, I tell he was about that life.
Yeah,
He
he
was in the
was.
streets.
He was in the street. He was out there in those streets.
But like I said, I recommend you watch that YouTube video because it's like you can just see he just like he's thinking, oh, it's the fan note. Oh, they want me to sing the song, and he's reading it,
Mm.
and then he just does it back, and then he's like, all right, and then he just does his show.
Yeah, that's
And I was like, that was crazy, doodle.
yeah, that's crazy. I'm
It
still
looks like
trying to.
there's a Netflix show on that. Oh no, somebody's saying they need to do a Netflix because they have a Netflix trailer. Like I would watch that for real.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
it's like in Mexico. They have it available. I think looks like in Mexico.
oh,
Chalino.
well, hey, that's crazy. So hey, did you want to try to add something? See, now I can hear you clear. Did you want to try to add something about Queen while you got a chance? While I can hear you.
No, I mean she just did some dirt and needs to pay her people back. It'll
Exactly.
be interesting to see what King Charles does, and people being mean to him. Like I don't know if they can dethrone him or not. I don't know how the monarchy works, but people are equating him to Biden. You take that however you want. So people are saying now people will be able to understand what it's like having Biden as president with him, because nobody likes him. Nobody likes Camila. After the whole Diana situation, he like no matter what he does, it's just gonna be wrong.
Yeah.
But it was funny watching his video because he put out a statement, and then because I just wanted to hear if he addressed the children, Meghan, Harry, them. And then there was, he mentioned them briefly in passing, didn't say their titles. He just said Harry and Meghan. And then at the end, he's like, and then mommy and papa, mama and papa. And I was like, this is a 73-year-old man. And it's just so weird to hear someone like that call mama and papa.
Now,
You always be your mama and papa at the end of the day. It's cute though. But, I would figure he would say the queen mother or, but I guess since now she's, I don't know.
yeah. Now, I did see when you brought up Biden, I thought about something with the sound bite that Jimmy Kimmel did last night. Biden was giving a speech, and he said something last night. He was like, "Yeah, a lot of these Republicans, we got something passed, and they're gonna try to take credit for it, but hell, they wasn't doing it." I was like, "Wait a minute, who is that talking?" Because it seemed like he grew a couple of
Well, there was
balls.
another video, and he had he was walking off and made a comment, and I think it was in reference to
The student loan.
loan. Yeah, and then he snapped back, and I was like, "Oh, there goes
Yeah,
Joe!
exactly.
Joe!"
Shit, Joe woke up
His
because
balls, like the Grinch, his balls grew 3 sizes that day.
exactly. Someone said because what the woman asked, the reporter asked, how do you think people do you think it's fair paying off these student loans and people already struggle to pay them off? He said, do you think it's fair for all these big companies to get all the $1 million tax breaks? I sure well, damn. I
Like,
want some more.
right. And then here's who hurts. Because, even when the stimulus checks went out, the lower class people got more because, they had kids and whatnot. Then, of course, the wealthy got tax breaks. What does middle class got? We got inflated rates. We're paying all our bills, and we're paying, like, if you have a home and paying property taxes, you're paying for some kids' schools, and you ain't even got kids. Like, where's our tax rate? Where's our benefit? Like, we need something in this deal. Matter of fact, clear all our debt just to even the playing field. Like, or give me a yearly, gift card to Chipotle or something with X amount of dollars instead of like how they do the EBT cards or whatever. Fill my card up so I can get Starbucks, Chipotle, or whatever. So, Total Wine, something. We need something to balance it out to make us feel like we're getting something. I mean, it's minor,
Exactly.
but we get so ignored. We're like the Jan Brady's of this world. We get nothing and we
T-
get screwed. Just higher taxes and nothing to show for it.
T-Cow said Biden don't care. He tired of them jacking with him. I believe it because he grew some.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, um, he grew some. Now the thing is, um, I try not to listen to Greg Abbott commercials because the commercials he's running now, I'm like, really, dude. Long as you've been in office, I ain't never heard you talk about your parents. I never heard you come back and change things. See, y'all gotta listen, as Joe Madison would say, with a third ear, because eh, eh, Greg Abbott is changing up because he know he's about to lose. He's trying to pull everything out of the box to win this race, but it's gonna take us to get his ass out of office. I'm tired of him.
Get him out. Get
His
him out.
exact because here it is. He's talking about protecting the schools, but he refused to change the law to make it harder to purchase guns. That don't add up. They talk about all the millions of dollars they have put into the schools to protect the student, but that ain't working. You know what? We talked about it on the show before. Put metal
But
detectors in
also
all schools.
they're allocating the funds to like the wealthy neighborhoods. It's not going
Exactly.
to where it really needs to go. Like all schools should be equal. Like unless it's a private school, if it's a public school, it should be equal.
It
Same
should
kind
be
of
equal.
opportunities.
Now,
Electronics, music, whatever, sports, fund those instead of spending millions of dollars on a stadium for the wealthy areas.
exactly. Now the thing is, a lot of them they feel like, well, they in the hood, we don't need it. Now in the hood, they do have metal detectors, and you don't hear about too many shootings at the minority schools.
Well, that's because they got some retired people in the neighborhood. That little boy don't need to be there, or some
Exactly.
Karen will approach and be like, "I don't think he belongs." There's
I'm
always
gonna call
like
the
they will get
police.
caught at the door. You know what I mean? But in white neighborhood, they don't care. Didn't that boy graduate 5 years ago? Why is he there in a
With
long
that
jacket in the
long
summer?
trench
Oh,
coat,
he must
long
be doing
leather
a
trench coat.
TikTok video.
What is he doing? Why he got that rifle on his back?
Right. Like
Uh,
it just like it doesn't phase them. Like the Uvalde shooter. I still have questions. How did he walk all that way with these assault rifles?
and had
I
an
mean,
accident.
again, that has not been answered for me yet. I have
Had an
yet to get
accident
an answer.
with reports of shots in the neighborhood.
Like I just don't understand.
I'm glad they finally fired that police chief.
Like they need to do more than that.
He didn't do what he's supposed to do, protect and serve. So I'm glad they fired him. That's just my opinion, but if that was anybody else, I would feel the same way. That you there to protect and serve. That blood is on you. And then Greg Abbott did not show up to neither one of those kids' funeral.
Of course not.
But I said on the show, I said, watch, Greg Abbott gonna be there all the time. As
I know
long
he's
as the camera's there, long as the camera there, he's gonna be there. And he using it in his campaign ad, using certain things in his campaign ad, but not one time did he go to one of the services.
of course not. Like
Is that the type of
yeah,
leader you want?
I mean, clearly because they want the other one, Chester Cheeto.
Oh
They
Lord.
still praising that fool.
Some of them talking about 2024. Shit, that might be his prison uniform
He can
number
run for
2020.
president of the cell block C.
Now,
2022.
who is that said the prosecutor said? Now they said this prosecutor don't go after nobody unless he know for sure he got clear evidence and they going to jail. And he said ain't nobody up above the law.
I mean, I like to see justice because too many times you see politicians snake their way out of it, or someone with money. They get a fine, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, that's it? And so what
And
was the
then
whole point of all of this?
exactly waste the money because we have to pay for it. Kind of like this independent investigator they have looking over the documents is somebody who he appointed. Yeah, I better wake
It's
up and smell
almost
the
like
damn
when you were
Cheeto.
grading papers in school and they told you to pass it to your neighbor, and you be filling in the answers for your friend.
Exactly.
You got 100, girl. You kind of
So
stupid because you know nothing.
you got to retake.
Right. I was like, I'm glad you left it blank because I didn't have my eraser.
So the thing is, I want to know how y'all feel about Trump and these classified documents that he had, and one of them was like talking about uh it was some country weapons or something or all type of stuff that was classified that he shouldn't have. Matter of fact, what's this? The attorney that used to work with Bill Barr, he said those documents he cannot declassify. That's top secret. Top secret. And then they were just sitting up on the like up on the coffee table or something. And
He's like,
TK
look
said
at
you can't
this,
take it home.
guys. Can you imagine? I
Exactly.
need to tweet this.
And now he's talking. I've heard the other day he's talking about suing Fox. Yeah.
That man don't sit down somewhere.
Now the thing is, when it all came out, Fox was in his corner talking about how dare those perverts going through the first lady underclothes and grabbing stuff, and that's the price that you pay when you commit a crime or allegedly commit a crime, because they have to do their research. When they able to, if they have a search warrant, they can they have to serve that search warrant. Ain't nothing off limit. They have to search the entire premises. And
And I'm sure
Trump got
that warrant was very detailed. Every crevice was probably covered under the sink, on top of, you know what I mean? Because you don't want to have them come back. Well, it wasn't. Hey, it wasn't something you could have found, and it's not noted in the warrant. You had no access to the closet. I'm sure everything from the toilet to the swimming pool was on that warrant.
even the sewer pipes, because he known for flushing stuff down the toilet.
Well,
I'm
remember
just
they
saying,
was
allegedly.
speculating that he had some stuff in his ex-wife's coffin because it was a little heavy. That woman, she wasn't that that big of a woman. It was like what 10 pallbearers, and one of them was one side was kind of heavy.
I didn't waste my time to look at it, but
I was like,
but that's something else. They saying that he buried her on his golf course. Guess
for a
what?
tax write-off.
Exactly. Then he have access to the paperwork too,
I
to the
told my
files.
sister if I pass before, and she's still in the house, just scatter my ashes in the yard. Bam, it's a cemetery now. No taxes.
Exactly. Be like, you know what?
That's what I'm
My
gonna do for
sister,
my sister.
no taxes. Be like, forget it. So if little sister and niece, they doing good now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Then
good.
my niece is in them streets.
Yeah, she rolling. And she
She's
rolling.
in town now. She was getting her hair done. I was like, oh, okay. She
Didn't even
didn't
call you.
tell nobody.
Wait a minute. Then call, pass right by your house. Didn't even try to
Passed
stop.
right by me, didn't say not a word. Not,
Damn.
hey, let me stop off and take a little potty break and say hi, give you hugs and kisses, and then be on my way.
Yeah,
Nope,
but when you
none of
see
that.
that Amazon bill,
Well, it's on her. She got her card linked up there. But there were a
oh
few times she's like, Auntie, I may have charged your card.
no, that picture you showed me, you sent me with her. Was it a dolphin she was on? She was
Oh yeah,
swimming.
yeah. We swam with the dolphins.
I don't know. Kevin Hart got me
It's
scared about
fun.
swimming with dolphins.
It's intimidating,
Let
but
me see.
I'm glad I did it because it was different. But I was like, man, look at my niece looking like she on Green Acres.
Okay. Green Acres. But that was a show back in the days. You probably a little
I
bit too
loved it.
young.
That was my favorite. I loved Eva Gabor.
I told somebody today, I said, I had mentioned Daisy Dukes. I
Hmm.
said, oh, I'm sorry, you probably too young to know what I'm talking about. Not the shorts. I'm talking about the Dukes of House of Daisy Dukes. Because they was young. They probably didn't know what I was talking about. Um, okay.
I was trying to see
But
if I could find those pictures. They're somewhere on my phone. Like I downloaded them, but they attached somewhere. I don't know where.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of scared to swim with the dolphin. That's
I
Jaws might
mean, they
Jaws
have
might
a
be by.
lifeguard and they take you out one at a time. You're on a platform. And I know the first two tricks, you're on like a little boogie board, you know, and it pushes your feet. Um, it was fun. My sister did. She touched the dolphin. She didn't go out there because she is not a swimmer, not even a doggy pedal, which is, and I wasn't trying to force her out there because the last thing you want, even with the lifeguard, is to panic.
Yeah.
Um, and that can happen because I know when I went snorkeling for the first time, I had a little mild panic attack because there was that realization that you're in the middle of a freaking ocean and like, yeah, I have my life jacket on. Yeah, I can, hold my own in the water. But that's a lot of water. And then the fish were like right there. And I like took a video and I stuck my whole face down and then I just popped right up. And the guys are like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I was like, "Just give me a moment. I just gotta,"
Mm,
because there's nothing they can do. I had to get myself together because
exactly.
it was scary. It was intimidating. Um, so yeah, but I enjoyed it. It was fun.
I
Um,
know.
yeah.
I guess I was in my early 20s. My brother had a good friend of the family. They knew somebody who had a boat, so they was like, "Hey, we're going to go skiing," and asked if I wanted to go. I said, "Sure, I'll go, but I'm not getting in the water." So I'm sitting there, I'm enjoying the sun. They both try to get on this tube and couldn't get on. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching them. I'm like, look, this is where y'all messing up at. Oh, if you think you could do it, why don't you do it? So peer pressure got to me.
Yeah.
I said, look, I'm gonna get on this tube, but I'm not letting go of this tube. And I get on the tube and they watching me get up there. And they like, oh no, he got up there. I gotta get on there. So we going around on this boat out at Lake Ray Hubbard, going around this boat, and I'm holding on to the tube. The tube flip a couple of times. I'm still holding on. I didn't care. So then they stopped talking about, hey, let it go and we'll come back around and get you. That wasn't the deal. I told you I was not letting go of this tube. So they had to pull me in. I
Yep.
get in there and they was like, hell no, he got on there. I'm gonna get on there. So then they seen how I got on there and they got up there and they did it, but I refused to get back in the water.
Yeah.
I said,
There's my little
forget that.
niece. She went from happy to real quick.
that look on her face, like, oh Lord.
Yeah. That's her cheesing.
Mm.
And then it was like, oh, wait a minute.
Wait a minute, this thing is real. So how deep
And
was
that's
that
me.
water?
It's the ocean. Like it wasn't an aquarium, it was the ocean. Like there were lots of little fishies coming up to say hi to us. Because I was and the currents, you felt the currents really bad. I didn't get a count on how deep it was, but it was deep because again, it's the ocean. Like we were in the ocean.
I'd be
It's
like,
fenced off, but we were in the ocean, and
I'd be like, little sister.
yeah. I mean, and again, like I wasn't gonna pressure her because I know her limitations, and even me being not so strong of a swimmer, it was intimidating because you have to get off of that platform and swim out to meet the lifeguard. And like I said,
what now?
You know, the life jacket, you know, yeah, it'll keep you up, but you know, you could still drown in a life jacket.
Yeah. I wasn't.
Your screen disappeared.
Yeah, I'm frozen again.
Oh,
it just disappeared. It came back on. I don't know. Queen, leave us alone. We just trying to have a good time. Exactly. If you want,
if anybody out there get a chance, swim with the dolphins at least once.
But see, you got me when you said you had to swim out to the life.
Well, it wasn't far. You know, it's like you just got to get off the platform.
If I can't reach them once I get in the water,
I mean, he would have pulled you over. Like if you know, you just little.
They had her.
Like he asked if you could swim or not, and so I just, you know, you had the option. He would come out and help you and get you out there and pull you out to where you need to be.
Okay, see the key word pulled. Did they have a rope tied up around us?
No, you have the little board. That little board that you saw my niece on, like with the yeah. So that's how it, like they push your feet. Then this one we swam on the dolphin. Now this one made me more nervous.
Cause that tail hit me while he's swimming.
Oh no, he did a back tuck whatever away, and that's what scared me because it's like, all right, the dismount because lifeguard way back there.
Oh, so the dolphin threw you off.
Well, he just, you know, you just release it. He was like, bye. And I'm like,
see, me and that dolphin would have been turning around in the water because I'm not letting go of you, player.
You know, and I was like, it was just weird because I mean, by then I was a little more comfortable in the water because I was like, I was close to the platform. So he dropped you off at the platform, but he was like, bye, bitch. I was like, whoa. Like he didn't ease. He just like, he got you to the point, and then all of a sudden he just like, and you can't grab them. You just kind of, you gotta, you know, because they don't like to be grabbed, and so you gotta lightly hold on like this. And so when he did his dismount, his fins were just gone, and so it's like, oh.
Shit. You ever seen a dolphin drown before? Because if I swim with the dolphin, he ain't finna throw me off. We both going down.
Oh no, he didn't throw you off. He just went bye-bye. He just like, oh, he did a
so he went deep.
I was like, oh, he just fast. Okay.
Shit.
I got ghosted. But like I said, there are people like there were a couple of people there. So it dropped me off near a person and she asked if I needed help, and I was like, no. So there was somebody at the other end. So
I would have been.
You would have been fine. Like lifeguards there helping somebody else, and then you have the other person.
I would have been like, which dolphin did that? Because I'm gonna slap the shit out of him. I'm
Her
sorry.
name was Miranda, I think. It was something.
Oh, female dolphin. I would have said, baby, flap her for me. I don't hear the female.
Listen, we don't need no aggression in the ocean.
No, I think about Kevin Hart when he said he swam with the dolphin.
And that's me, my facials.
Oh, you didn't send me that one. Or did you?
I think I showed it to you briefly.
But Kevin Hart said that dolphin, when it took off, it went straight down. Said that dolphin didn't do that with nobody else, just him. Took him straight up on the water.
Probably forgot he was on him because he's so little. It was like a little a barnacle.
And you in that videos you be sending me about the person lifting weights and then all type of stuff.
Oh, the little people.
Yeah, I'm like,
those are hilarious.
Then one of my good friend, K-Cobb, what up? He always be sending me stuff too. I'm like, man, I'm not going to hell with y'all laughing and stuff like that.
Oh, that made me nervous for a minute because whenever TMZ does something like this, that makes me nervous. Like, why you got his whole face? I was like, not Harrison. No, but he's got a new Indiana Jones trailer coming out. He too old for Indiana Jones, but I'm still gonna watch it.
So it's probably his grandson or something coming up as the new Indiana Jones or something.
Oh, he's in it. He's Indiana Jones. He's playing in it. So
introducing his
I don't know what his, yeah, I don't know. Oh, and no, is he gonna be with another person that was on the Temple of Doom? I don't know. I mean, check that out. So it may be some familiar faces on this one.
Well, I hope he don't have to fly to the premiere.
Listen, they need to take his license away if they haven't already.
Yeah, I'm like, damn. Hell, he had to come to court here in Fort Worth. Because he ran off the runway or something out here.
Yeah, just crazy. It was like, Harrison, you are 911 years old. Stop.
Just like driving a car at certain ages.
Yeah,
it's time to give it up.
Yeah, I don't care how famous or rich you are. Stop.
Give it up.
Like, I know it's a hobby. No.
Stop it.
It was like, the only flight he gonna take is, remember those rides at the fair? The little airplane rides with the kids? That's what he needs to be on. And it just goes around in a circle.
Hey, grandkids, look at me.
I'm flying.
Grandpa can still fly.
A little bit and then drop you down a little bit.
See, this is how I was doing, but for some reason I just couldn't land good.
He'd probably go off the rails on those old time cars. Where are those? Are those at Six Flags?
Talking about the bumper car? Oh,
you talking about the rails and you drive through like the park?
Yeah, like a loop or something.
Yeah, he'd probably somehow derail. Like, I feel it in my bones. I feel like he would.
I thought about him a couple of weeks ago because in California it was two airplanes, small airplanes. They end up crashing midair or clipping one another. And I think it was 3 or 4 people on board between the two planes. Unfortunately, they all passed away. And I thought about Harrison Ford. I'm like, well, damn. He kept having accidents in the airplane. I'm like, that's not good.
Yeah.
But man, I'm excited about being back on the show. If you're just not tuning in, we are live tonight. It's September the 10th, 2022. Miss Risking Kurt Dog is back live. We will be back next Saturday due to my schedule. Right now, we're trying to work out some things. We're gonna try to do 2 shows a month. Probably the second. we'll work it out, but we'll be back on that Saturday night. And
Yeah, we may do some special shows or out of those time frames, but we're playing it by ear, seeing how things go.
yeah, because right now we both extremely busy, and going into the holiday season is finna get crazy. So but we are working on it. I think I told you I did a detox a couple of weeks ago, before the week before we went to Vegas.
Yes.
Uh so 2 weeks ago, and it actually was great. I was able to do it completely. And shout out to my girl, Eminem. She encouraged me, sent me a text. She was like, "Hey, you got this." When I told her I was thinking about doing it, she said you could do it. And when I told her I bought it, she said you got this. Then the second day, she said, "Look, you just have 1 day left." And third day, she texted and said, "Hey," she said, "It's the last day. You could do it. You could do it." That's what you're talking about, having great friends, encouraging you, because it's a struggle. Go 3 days without eating, just drinking the detox juice, um, and plenty of water. And in those 3 days, it did good. I did good. I think I ended up losing 19 pounds.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? But then I probably gained it back, because when I was trying to get rid of that stuff last week, I'm like, hey, I made my world famous beans, which are always good. Never, and if you don't put some on the side when you first get them, you stuck out. And
Mhm.
I was able to get about a spoonful, and then baked beans, now pinto bean baked beans, and then I've been tweaking my homemade macaroni and cheese. So the macaroni and cheese I made last week, I had to step back and flap the shit out myself. That's how good it was. And everybody was like, "Man, that mac and cheese is good. What you put in it?" I said, "I put a little bit of this, a little bit of that." I don't share recipes, so
I
they
know I'm
like,
about to do my crock pot meals. I'm about to dust off my crock pot and start getting crocking, but
there
I
you
need the
go.
temperature to drop a little bit more.
Normally, when the first real cold weather we get, I make homemade chili.
See, I
And
do
now
chicken chili.
you do what?
I do chicken chili.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Which I've been
I'll
eating.
send you because I think I have the recipe, but I add extra stuff to it, because I have a base model that I follow. But
That's
yeah.
I do the same thing. I would start my chili off one way, but then I flip it to my recipe. What's going on over
I
there?
don't know. Listen,
Queen,
my
go
new
back to London. Don't.
no, my new neighbors. I
Oh,
don't know. Like this morning, I thought I was gonna have to be a witness to something because I
I
was
thought it was the
paying so
TV. I was
attention to
like,
stuff. No, it's them in them streets.
oh well. Um, yeah, but um, so I'm trying to do right, eat a little bit more healthier. Um, like tomorrow, I think I'm gonna bake some chicken, or I'm gonna do something with some chicken. Um, I don't know exactly what. I may do some jerk chicken, because I did some last weekend.
Hmm.
It did not last at all. I think I got one wing. Went back to try to get some more. Gone. I said, boy, but that's good. Not having a
Have you
lot of
seen the
food
new
left.
challenge? This is totally off topic. The kids are ruining another old classic dance, uh, style dance of ours. I forgot what it was. And I was like, that's not how you do it. You know how they did the Running Man challenge, and it was
Oh yeah,
not the Running Man.
yeah.
They've done it to another
Oh
dance.
Lord.
Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Because I was like, what did I just see? Like I was all the way confused. Oops.
Well, they say history repeat itself, and then somebody come along try to tweak it a little bit, make it their
They did
own.
a whole thing, and I was like, no, that ain't it. And then they're remaking all our shows from the 80s, Never Ending Story. I was like, they're ruining our childhood.
Yeah, some shows just need to be left alone.
Like, leave our shows alone.
And I seen this morning while I was getting dressed. You know, it's gonna be 35 years since A Different World came out, and they having a marathon next week on it. I'm like, 35 years ago? I was 15 when that came out. I was like, damn,
I mean, yeah, because it came on like around after the Cosby Show.
during the
But,
Cosby
yeah.
Show. Because Cosby
Yeah,
was still
well,
on.
yeah, because Denise left and went to college for a year. Like, it didn't really start popping off until the second season when she was gone.
When Denise left.
Yeah. And then they kind of did more traditional, HBC style school, So I don't know. What was that new TikTok? I'm gonna have to do a search because I know I sent it to somebody, and I was like, no.
Maybe you should do it and show them how it need to be done.
I didn't forget the song that it was.
Was it Salt and Pepper?
No.
Push it. Push it.
No,
Push it.
Let me go back. Trend dances. Let me see.
Oh, you know what? While you're trying to find that, no, while we was in Vegas, we did go to a concert. Usher. It was great. It's worth the money. I will say that. It's worth the money. I've never seen him perform live before, but he gives you your money worth. It doesn't make a difference. You will enjoy it. Shout out to the dancers in there too. I'm just saying. The strippers. But but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it.
I don't know. If I find it, I'll let you know because I can't even remember the song because I blocked it out. And I know I've sent it to people, but I can't remember who I sent it to.
Did you do it on Messenger or?
I don't know.
Oh,
I have no idea.
well, that's cool.
Oh wait, is
Well,
this it? Oh, I found it.
okay.
The Dougie.
Oh,
So you
Lord.
know what the Dougie is. So can you hear that?
I can see it. I just can't. I can hear it. Can't see. Okay, you see who's doing it, right? You see who's doing it.
Well, yeah.
That prove I fat about what I said about Fat Joe comment.
Yeah. So it's just like they're ruining another trend, like a popular
that's
that
their
is nowhere close.
that's
Like
their version of it.
reinventing the wheel is essentially what they're doing.
That's their version of Dougie. That's all it is.
They need to call it something else.
It's a
'cause that ain't
watered down version.
It is not even a watered down version. Not even close to the Dougie.
It's a poor excuse of a version.
It is I never saw how the Dougie was done, and so I did my own.
You know what that remind me of? What was that movie Martin played Big Mama in? Golly. When he dressed up as the Big Mama. Is that the name of it, Big Mama?
Well, describe a scene and I could tell you which one.
Well, he was the cheerleader mother, but he would put on a costume to be what's her name? Anime. They had that was Tina Anime. They had a like 3 different version of the movie. Big Mama House, I think that's the name of it.
Probably.
But anyway, just so happened she was over the cheerleading competition, and she had to teach teach had to teach. Yeah, Big Mama House is it. It was 1, 2, and 3. Had to teach the cheerleaders how to dance, and that made me think about Martin when I seen that video, Big Mama House. Uh, which I watched all. The last one was okay, but
I think I saw the first one.
the first one was good. But
Loved it. Yeah, a lot of that. Like I like his other stuff. What was it? That movie he did, Nothing to Lose, with Tim Robbins and something security, where he had.
oh yeah, national security.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I like that too.
And
Mo-
Bad
I,
Boys,
I like a lot of Martin movies,
but
and
I don't like a lot of them.
it's some of them might be kind of corny,
They're
but
hit or miss, just
yeah,
like Eddie Murphy movies, hit or miss. And then
I
he's
don't,
got the nerve to do another Beverly. What was it? Beverly
Beverly
Hills
Hills
Cop?
Cop. I think he did way too many of those,
Well,
but then
the first two were fire. Like I love the first two. That third one was a throwaway, where they were at the amusement park or something. I don't even understand.
yeah,
I don't even know what it was about. Like I hadn't even rewatched it as an adult.
yeah, I
No,
think when he did it, I like. Now, what was the movie when he was in prison and he got out in a
48
bus?
hours. Love those.
Yeah, 48 hours. That was
Both
good.
of them. Those were awesome.
That was good.
Yeah.
So, some movies you just can't keep doing repeats of them.
And they better not remake any of those. Oh, so I watched, what was it, 48 Hours recently. And it is so sexist, racist, and all the is. And I was like, oh my God. Like they slapping bitches and oh bitch. Ugh. And then Nick Nolte called Eddie Murphy some with watermelon. I don't know. It was very racist. I don't know how I felt about that, but it was hilarious. So
Now, for some reason, when you started off and you said I watched 48 Hours, I'm thinking
no,
about
not
this.
that one.
I'm
Yeah,
like, oh, I used to watch it all the time,
yeah.
but I
No, it
stopped
was
watching it
hilarious.
when they took it out of Memphis. The sister that was up there,
Mhm.
she. That's why I was interested. After she stopped,
I don't think
I
I
was like,
watched those. Like I think I watched one, but I'm into like one of my favorite crime shows is coming back, Disappeared. Love those.
mm.
You know, they need to bring back Diabolical because people are diabolical. Fear thy neighbor because I don't talk to my neighbors and all of them crazy.
Well, I've been watching 2020 been running some specials or something talking about like the last 2 nights I've been seeing something, but the one my wife and I we got into last night, apparently this guy on a trucking company he was married, and then he had a side piece, and then the side piece ended up uh terrorizing the wife and sending pictures and all of this. Long story short, it ended up the wife ended up going to jail for like 2 years for his murder, and then she get out. When you talk about the stimulus and these big companies getting all these tax break, well, right now the wife is on trial because she's facing life in prison because she got over $1 million of relief funds for her business, falsified some things. Yeah, I'm gonna just tell people this: if you lie and got that money, that PPP loan, they gonna come for you. Bad boys. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? So now the wife is facing life in prison because of it, and all this took place down in San Antonio.
Mhm.
So, but Miss Risky, tell the people where they can find you at.
In these streets trying to find my nieces where I'm gonna be. No, anywhere online. I'm on social media, RSKEE. doing a lot of TikToks, do stuff on Instagram. That's where I live, on Instagram. You can send me a message if you have any, want us to do research on something. RSKEE at yahoo.com. I forgot my websites, but it's risky.com, I think.
Risky
Look it up.
books.
No, I don't have risky books anymore. It's just risky.com. So
okay.
Look me up. It's on all my social medias.
Well, oh yeah. TCAT, I was looking. I'm trying to look at several things. TCAT said and watch the thing she will actually go down for. Yep. That's how it is. You could catch. I'm not gonna even lie to you. Hit me up on Instagram because I haven't been on Tik. I look at TikTok every once in a while when I get an alert. I have over 100 videos I haven't seen or something. I might look then, but you can hit me up on Instagram and get in my DMs, but no BS. Hit me up on Instagram. Speak on it, Kurt Dog. And then also, that's probably the best one because I haven't been on Facebook in a hot minute. And but definitely hook me up and look me up and but we finna get back in this thing. We finna get back into the groove. We still gonna be talking shit and as Biggie would say, what do you say?
I didn't listen to Biggie.
Yeah, messed my groove up. Now Tupac was great, Biggie was great. They both was great rappers. But anyway, we're not gonna start that subject. But definitely continue to support the show. Click the subscribe button, like, share, tell a friend, and click the notification for when we do come live. You can actually join us. And if you ever want to be on the show, holla at your boy. We'll see what you got, and we'll try to get you on. Other than that, we love each and every one of you. I see Tanya, Miss Risky is it's past her bedtime, so I'm sure her wine is gone and she about to shut it down. And
In T minus.
exactly. So other than that, we love each and every one of you. Please be safe. Monkeypox, COVID, and then we gotta get out and vote. Get out and vote. So until next week, we love each and every one of you. Until then, peace.